Hi, my name is Ashley DeLuca, and welcome to my Module 6 presentation. This STEM activity is where students will be focused on exploring the ocean zones to get a deeper understanding of integers. This will be a guided inquiry activity using science, math, and technology practices and focusing on the depths of the oceans and the characteristics of each of the ocean zones to show their understanding of integers, specifically negative numbers. Throughout the activity, students will research different ocean zones and the animals that live in each. I only teach math, so I thought that teaching the concept of integers, positive and negative numbers in relationship to sea level, which is one of the assessment measures for the PSSAs, that this would be a great real world application of that concept for students to get an understanding of integers, but also the importance of why they need to know about integers. Students will work on answering the question, what are the characteristics of each of the ocean zones? They'll be making a poster of the different ocean zones that they design on their own to show their understanding of integers. Before we study the ocean zones, which would be below sea level, to review their understanding of positive numbers and positive integers, we will look at studying the layers of the atmosphere, and they will be required to show at least the troposphere on their poster. They can include more, but I'm requiring one layer of the Earth's atmosphere on their poster to show their understanding of positive, and then the ocean zones for their understanding of negatives. So after we review the Earth's atmosphere, then they will do the same kind of research that we did for the Earth's atmosphere for the ocean zones. By the time we do the ocean zones, this will be more self-directed, since the atmosphere is kind of how I would show them my expectation of what they are to be looking for and how they're supposed to be working on that in groups. Once they find out about all the ocean zones, then they're going to study the animals that live within the ocean zones. They have to find at least one animal in each level and give a description of the animal and why they live in that zone. Their description of the animal should also reflect the ocean zone that it lives in: temperature, distance, the amount of light, so on and so forth. Once they gather all of that information, then they're going to design their poster. And here's the rough draft of my poster that I created of the different levels. They will have to have the name of each on their poster and at least one animal that goes with each of the ocean levels. When they're finished, they'll write a written explanation to explain their posters that will go with their posters, and then we will do a gallery walk to present their information. I will require students to provide 2 comments to at least 2 different people. This would definitely have to be modeled a little bit for the comments so that they understand how to critique someone else's work in a positive way. Once we do the gallery walk, then I'll ask them reflection questions to get their feedback on the activity, and here are a few questions that I would ask them. For the inquiry continuum, I feel that this lesson starts as a teacher guided, but by the end it definitely goes to a learner self-directed activity. And for my STEM practices, like I said, this was a math focus, so they'll be using a lot of the math, the standards of mathematical practices, along with the technology practices through their research. And since this is a science concept, when they're doing their research and using the math behind it, they also will be participating in using the science practices as well. This also relates to the STEM practice that integrates at least 3 of the disciplines: science, math, and technology. Thank you for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.